Okay, friends, it's time for another anti-trans talking point of the day. Today's phrase is basic biology. You know, every time somebody says basic biology when they're talking about trans people, I have the same question. If biology is so basic, then why do people with advanced biology degrees keep disagreeing with you? As a former teacher, this one always makes me laugh. See, I taught art from K to 12, and the way I taught color to a 5-year-old was very different from how I taught color theory to my advanced drawing and painting students. Like to a kindergartner, red and blue make purple, and yes, that's right. But to a high school art student, we're talking about color temperature, saturation, value, reflected light, and why one color can look completely different depending on what's sitting next to it. It's the same subject, but a different level of understanding. You start with a simple version of an idea and then build on it as somebody learns more. That's the whole point. You don't just hand a first grader a calculus textbook and say, "Good luck, champ." And you don't teach kindergartners perspective drawing and then wonder why everybody's houses look haunted. You start simple and then add complexity. That's true in art and math, and it's especially true in science. Which is why basic biology is such a goofy thing to hear from people who insist that they're always following the science. Because yes, basic biology, the version that we teach between lunch and volleyball. That's the version that comes before years of additional learning, research, specialization, and expertise. Nobody spends a decade studying biology and then emerges from a lab one day shouting, "Holy shit, everybody, we learned everything we needed to know in 7th grade." That's not how learning works, Jimmy. If your argument is that science or biology supports your position, then why are you planting your flag in chapter 1? Why are you acting like the people who kept reading are the ones who are confused? Because the phrase basic biology usually shows up right around the moment somebody decides they've learned enough about biology. And look, I get it. It's real comfy up there at the peak of Mount Stupid on the Dunning-Kruger scale. Human beings love simple answers. Unfortunately, biology had other plans. So whenever somebody tells you that trans people are impossible because basic biology, remember that the word doing all the heavy lifting there is basic. Actual biology kept going far beyond that.